Back on Tiger pregame, joined now by the head coach at the Clay Center Tigers, Drew Groover. We get set for the postseason. Coach, odd ending to the year with the loss of the game of Concordia, unable to make it up. 2 years in a row now that's taken place. It's been a long time since you guys have had a game day.
Yeah, unfortunate obviously with the weather and not being able to get that game made up. I know they had a makeup date on that Thursday after we were supposed to play, and just as late in the season, it was hard to make up. And like I said, unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do about it. We got to control what we can control, and so we've been hard at it at practice and working hard and trying to prepare for Beloit. And right now at this point in the season, everyone's 0-0. We told our guys that. We played Beloit here this second game of the year, and played fairly well. We dug ourselves a hole, but we came back and cut it to 8, I believe, with about 4 minutes left. So it's going to be a fun game, and it'll be fun to see how our guys come out and play and see where how much we've improved this year.
And we have seen those stretches where you guys played so well, the 2 wins in a row, but sandwiched on both sides of those were very tough losses, even against Chapman. You could throw that game in there. That you've played some good basketball down the stretch. It'd be nice to get a payoff on the win column, especially when you hit the postseason against, as you said, a Beloit team that you competed with very early in the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's all season long. I haven't been upset necessarily with how we've played. Our guys have come to practice every day and worked hard and tried to get better. And it's been really a joy to coach these guys. I haven't had a whole lot of problems. And we told the guys at the very beginning of the year, it's not about how we're playing at the beginning of the year, but it's how we're playing at the end of the year. And we have played some very good games. Probably our best basketball here at the end of the season, and we told them, yesterday in practice that, we just got to go out and play our best basketball game that we've played all year long because it's the end of the season. So we'll look to do that. We've got to do what we've worked on all season long, play our best basketball game, and hey, we have nothing to lose. Beloit's supposed to win. We're not supposed to, so we just got to go out and play as hard as we can, play as a team, and keep it close and have a chance to win it at the end and then make something happen.
Would be fitting to see this team have a last-second game that does fall your way. You've had a couple that were dynamite to be a part of, and a good opportunity tonight going on the road to face Beloit. Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Let's go get them tonight.
Thank you, Rocky.
Back with more on pregame in just a moment.
Life happens fast, and the truth is there's nothing as valuable as peace of mind. I'm Jim Gearham with Midwest Regional Agency, and our goal is to protect you from the unexpected through top-quality insurance coverage that works for your needs, as well as your budget. Protect your business, home, vehicles, crops, and livestock with our variety of coverage options. We can't predict when the unexpected will happen, but we can help you prepare for when it does. Stop by and see me at Midwest Regional Agency in Clay Center.
Welcome to this Subway ad for our all-new Ultimate Cheesy Garlic Bread. How would you like it?
I'll take the Ultimate Bromance.
Extra broy?
Yeah, definitely. Bro, this Ultimate Spicy Italian made with Ultimate Cheesy Garlic Bread?
I know, bro.
So much melted mozzarella.
And this garlic butter spread, I can't take it, bro.
You know what this calls for.
Bro hug?
It's like we share the same brain, bro.
Bring it in.
Subway, make it what you want. Limited time only at participating restaurants.
Wilbur Ellis in Clay Center is looking for a seasonal Class A CDL local driver. Hazmat endorsement is preferred, along with a good driving record. Applicant must be able to lift bags and boxes up to 80 pounds. A positive attitude and willingness to work overtime is also a plus. This position allows you to be home every night. Again, this position is for a seasonal Class A CDL local driver. If this sounds like something you could do and are interested, apply online at wilburellis.com.
This is 100.9 FM, KCLY, Clay Center.
Hey folks, since we've added our new display lot downtown Clay Center, people are saying we have the best deals on Highway 15 and 24. And we think think so too. So give us a chance to earn your business, and just for coming in, we're going to buy you dinner at the 1524 Brew House. That's right, just give us a chance and we're going to buy you lunch. So come out and see us. You got nothing to lose. You're going to get a great deal and a great meal. So come see us at the Green Team in Clay Center.
And good evening. Welcome to Beloit on a tip-off Tuesday as we get a chance to bring you the Clay Center Tigers in their opening round game. 3A Substate action against the Beloit Trojans here on the road at Beloit. Starting lineup being announced. Let's give them to you right now. Beloit starts like this. Carson Cox, a 6-foot junior, 7.5 points a game. Vincent Palin is a 5'10 junior, 14 points a contest. Hudson Smith had 22 against the Tigers long time ago early in the season. He is a 5'6 senior. He averages 8.2 a game. Tate Thompson, 6'7 senior, 8.1 points, 4.6 boards, and 21 blocks on the year. And Colin Chandler, a 6'1 senior, is averaging 3.1 points and over 5 boards per contest. We'll give you the Tiger starters and the tip-off coming up in just a bit, but right now we'll pause for our national anthem.
If you're itemizing deductions, Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy can provide you with a history report at your request. They'll print out your prescription list that you had filled or refilled with them in the past year for your convenience. And this service is absolutely free. It's just another reason to make Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy your prescription and health headquarters. They're always there for you.
Hey drivers, are you looking for that employer where you can earn top pay for your hard work? Maybe you're looking for quality equipment and a friendly, family-oriented staff. At TSI Kansas, you can find this and much more. TSI Kansas is currently hiring talented and professional drivers to be a part of their team. Call 785-632-5183 and see if you qualify.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
The time to book your spring minerals and tubs is right now. Through May 1st, Central Valley Ag is discounting CVA, Purina, and Hubbard minerals and tubs. You'll save $20 a ton on 1 to 4 tons, $40 a ton on 5 to 19, $60 on 20 tons or more. And when you order 1 ton or more, you'll be entered for a chance to win a Cabela's 60-quart cooler. Find all the information you need at CVACoop.com. Then talk to your local CVA feed sales specialist. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Opening tip-off is controlled by Beloit. They'll run offense against the Tiger man-to-man to begin with. It is outside Hudson Smith, giving it off to the post. Carson Cox, pull-up jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound, back up and strong, but another board inside for Beloit. That was Colin Chandler, then Tate Thompson, the 6'7 senior, who puts Beloit on top here 2-0 early. Tigers start with Jared Fitzenmeyer, Cooper Glavin, Jake Ferguson, Dylan Swihart, and Trevin Shirley. Ferguson has it out deep and off now to Shirley, man-to-man by Beloit. Here's Swihart beyond the arc, thought about a three, doesn't take it. Looking low, kicks it right to Ferguson. Jake with Chandler on him, drives to the baseline, stops in the paint. Now kicks it off in the corner to Shirley. Trevin back out to the sideline, tipped away and out of bounds by Vincent Palin. It'll stay with the Tigers on the sideline. They trail 2-0 here early, 7:12 to go opening quarter. It will be Jared Fitzenmeyer to inbound from the sideline. And again, Beloit in a man-to-man. It comes into Ferguson. Jake toward the lane. Kick out. Shirley, right wing. Ball fake and drive. Now kick to the corner for Ferguson. He'll take it back toward the lane. Ball fake and outside to Shirley. Trevin. He takes a long three-ball right wing. It's strong. Rebound comes weak side off to Tate Thompson. So tried to dribble drive a couple of times, and then Trevin pulls up the long three. Couldn't get it. Here's Chandler. Shovels it outside to Cox. Carson Cox kicks it out deep now for Vincent Palin. 14 a game for the 5'10 junior. He holds the dribble against Fitzenmeyer. Now at the free throw line, lob down low. Thompson, the 6'7 senior, up off the glass. No. Rebound tipped up and missing by Hudson Smith of the Beloit Trojans. So the Tigers get it back, still down 2-0. 6.5 to go first quarter. Swihart through the midcourt stripe. looks at the Beloit man-to-man. Screen from Glavin. To the wing right it goes to Jake Ferguson. Jake holds outside with a dribble. Now off to Swihart. He works against Palin. Holds it there. Left wing deep. Ferguson looking into the post. Glavin looking to get a touch. They haven't been able to get it inside the lane to the big post of the junior for the Tigers. Lefty comes to Fitzenmeyer. Now to Ferguson. Now in low looking to get it to Glavin, and it's taken away by Thompson. Beloit has it with just under 6 to go in the opening quarter. Down 2-0. Tigers on defense. Shot from the left baseline, missing, rebound, Fitzenmeyer. The point guard averages almost 3 rebounds a game. Here's Swihart, rip through, pull up from 15, strong, weak side rebound, and a foul is going to be called against the Tigers on that rebound effort by Jake Ferguson. We'll see if it goes against Jake. No, they get Cooper Glavin for the push on the weak side. So Glavin picks up his first foul. 5:43 to go opening quarter. 2-0 ball game. Tigers trailing. Now they put full court pressure on the Trojans. Up the left side will come Allen to the lane. Lay-in, no. Rebound tipped up and good, though, by Thompson. And the 6'7" senior has all 4 points for Beloit here early through 2.5 minutes. Both have been on offensive stickbacks. Here's Swihart toward the lane. Free throw line left alone. Jumper up and strong. Rebounded Chandler inside for the Trojans. Beloit has it back. Tigers down 4-zip. 5:18 to work, first period. Allen with it out deep toward the lane. Floater, no lob down inside for Johnson. He's got 6 now. And a timeout taken quickly by Coach Drew Groover. No correction. This is a substitution they'll allow to happen. As Isaac Lee will come in, Trevin Shirley comes out. 6-0 start. Beloit with the lead. Tigers back with the basketball. 5:07 to work, opening quarter. It is Jared Fitzenmeyer who walks it through the timeline. Out deep it comes to Glavin. Fakes it left, back right to Fitzenmeyer. To the post, here's Ferguson in low. Back to the bucket, ball fake down the corner. Glavin steps in with the dribble. Out top, Lee. Left side wing, Swihart. Fakes it deep, now lobs it into the paint. Glavin back to the bucket, turns, squares. Shot falling out of bounds, no good. Rebounded Chandler. 4:40 left, opening period. It's Beloit with the lead. 6-0. Tigers back in a man-to-man. Shovel pass in low. Thompson again. No, but he's fouled by Lee. And 2 free throws coming for the 6'7" senior. He averages 8 points a game. He has 6 already here in the opening quarter. 4:35 to work. That foul on Isaac Lee is his first. Team second against the Tigers. Thompson at the line. Free throw on its way is up and rimming off. Trevin Shirley back in for the Tigers. Jake Ferguson will come out, and also for Beloit, Hayden Butke in. He averages 7.7 a game and 5 boards off the bench, a 6-foot senior. Blake Frederick in for the Tigers, and that'll give Dylan Swihart a breather. The Tigers trailing here 6-0, nearing the midway point of the first quarter. Thompson at the line. Missed on the first free throw, misses the second. Tipped rebound to Fitzenmeyer. Tigers have it back down by half a dozen. Jared double-teamed as he crosses the timeline. Jump pass out deep to Glavin. Now to Lee. Around left it comes to Shirley. Pass back out top. Isaac Lee, good hands in traffic. Now gets it to Fitzenmeyer. Back to Shirley. Trevin, left wing deep. Lee tries a dribble drive. Stops and back out deep for Frederick. At the point, Shirley. Right sideline pass to Fitzenmeyer. 4:10 to go first quarter. Tigers down 6-0 with the basketball. Frederick now calls the play. Left on the wing into the corner from Lee to Shirley. Now Fitzenmeyer around right to Frederick. Blake goes in the corner. Here's Lee for 3 on its way and down. Splash. Lee gets the first bucket for the Tigers. The 5'5" sophomore makes it a 6-3 ball game. Palin back the other direction, guarded by Lee. 3:45 to go, opening quarter. Beloit with the basketball and a 6-3 advantage. Lob down low, Thompson. Nearly lost it out of bounds, has to save it back in deep. It's run down at the timeline by Carson Cox. Now deep right, Butke. Looks at a 3, does not take it. Instead, dribble drives, turnaround jumper from 10. Fall away, no. Rebound, Thompson. A battle. Loose. Now Thompson has it in a crowd, takes it up inside, and is fouled again, and will head to the free throw stripe to shoot 2 more. Just the opening quarter, all 6 points for Beloit on 3 field goals by the 6'7" senior Tate Thompson. He is over 2 at the line and has 2 free throws coming here. 3:24 to work, first quarter. 6-3, Tigers down by the triple after Isaac Lee cut the lead in half with a 3-ball the last possession. Thompson's free throw is up and rattling in. He's 1 for 3 at the line. And the Tigers trail 7-3 now. Jake Ferguson back in. Shirley, Fitzenmeyer, Frederick, and Lee on the court. Glavin getting a breather. 1 more free throw for Thompson. 6'7" senior has 7 early, all 7 points for Beloit. Free throw up, and this free throw is in as well. Tigers down 8-3 with the basketball. Beloit bringing Hudson Gray into the game for the first time. Also on is Braxton Eilert. Jared Fitzenmeyer walks it up the court. 8-3 ball game. Tigers down by 5, but with the basketball here, Isaac Lee, the only points thus far, on a 3 ball in the right baseline. Now out top, Shirley trying to go to Lee. Had it ripped away. Lee, though, gets it back. Floater in the lane, no good. Rebound tipped to the sideline and out of bounds to Clay Center. Jared Fitzenmeyer wisely let that go out of bounds. And the official giving the Tigers the basketball back on the sideline, a little below the free throw line on the Tigers' end of the floor. Fitzenmeyer now with a breather as Swihart is back in. 3:06 to go, first quarter. Tigers down 8-5, but with the basketball. How deep it comes to Frederick. Blake fakes right. Now looks right, gives it out deep to Lee. Right side wing toward the baseline is Swihart to Frederick. Blake has Butke on him. Kick out to Swihart. Now deep it comes to Lee, around left to Shirley. Trevin to Blake Frederick. Tigers with 2:48 to go, opening quarter. They trail 8-3 with the basketball. Here's a drive by Swihart. Step back, 2-ball, fall away, strong. Rebound weak side comes away to Beloit's Hudson Gray. And now a jump ball as it's tied up with Trevin Shirley. So the Tigers are going to get back on the arrow. 2:37 left first quarter. Tigers lost the first meeting between these two teams 63-44, but they did cut it to 8 early fourth quarter in that contest here at Beloit. Here's Swihart with it out deep, 2:33 to go, hands it off to Lee, now to Frederick. Down 5, 2:30 remains, first quarter. Swihart at the point, beyond the arc. Trying to get it to Lee. It's taken away now by Braxton Eilert. Cross-court pass, I should say, to the lane, and Vincent Palin knocks it in, his first point. Now a steal by Palin in the corner, 3-ball on its way. This one's strong. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of Beloit. It will be Clay Center's basketball. It went off of Bryce Mason, who had just come in the game for the Trojans, a 6'6" junior. 10-3, Tigers down by 7. 2:07 to go in the first. Isaac Lee walks it across the midcourt line. Brayton Williams set to come on for the Tigers, and the next dead ball. Here's Lee. Right side wing has it taken away now. Pokes back away, nearly stolen by Ferguson. It is, and off to Lee. Isaac with it, right wing to Shirley. Fakes the 3, back outside. Lee across left. Frederick wants a long 3-ball. Yes! The sophomore buries it from the left wing. His second 3 on the season, and the Tigers right back within 4, 10-6. 1:35 to work first quarter. Dribble drive, left side. Ball nearly taken away by Isaac Lee. The tip, though, goes to Beloit. Now the shot misses. Rebound pulled down inside by Hudson Gray. Out deep for Palin, and he's knocked down his first 3-pointer. Has 5 points in a hurry, and it's 13-6. Tigers down by 7. Able to answer the 3 from Blake Frederick the last time down. Swihart out deep. Right side wing, Isaac Lee. Now in the corner is Shirley. Out top, Frederick hit the 3 last time. Dribble drive, turns, spins, takes it up in a crowd, draws the foul, and Blake Frederick headed to the free throw line to shoot 2. 1:06 to go, first quarter. In the Lady Tigers play Thursday night, we know at 6 o'clock they take on St. Mary's at Riley County High School in the semifinals. Winner of this game will go to Riley County on Friday night in the semis. And then Saturday, of course, the championship game to go on to the state tournament. 3A state this year, Hutchinson at the Sports Center. 1:06 to work. Frederick missing on the first free throw. He and Isaac Lee, the 2 3-balls, the only points the Tigers have scored in this opening quarter. They trail by just 7. And the second free throw is up and in for Frederick. He has 4 now. Tigers down by 5, and now full court pressure. Beloit forced to throw it off the leg of Dylan Swihart on the sideline. Tigers down 6, I should say. 13-7 is the score after the free throw made by Blake Frederick. 1 minute left, first quarter. Hudson Smith brings it across for Beloit. Near steal by Frederick, and now it is taken away. Williams has it. Brayton up the court of Swihart. In the corner, Frederick. Blake, a couple of ball fakes to Williams. Around left baseline, Swihart fakes on the 3. Down to 45 to work first quarter. To the post, Ferguson. Back to the bucket. Drives in the lane to the corner right. Swihart, 3-ball, just off the mark. Rebound pulled away inside by Mason of Beloit. 33 to work. Tigers down by 6. 13-7. Up the floor it comes to Beloit, who may wind it down for a final shot in this first quarter. With the dribble out top is Hudson Gray. Frederick out on him, defending hard on the sideline, and it's taken away by Swihart. Double-teamed and driven out of bounds. They call a jump ball right in front of Coach Drew Groover, and he can't believe it. It will go to Beloit with 16 to work first quarter. I think what Coach Groover and most of the crowd saw was the foul after the jump ball had been called. The second player there just pulled Blake Frederick or Dylan Swihart out of bounds, but they call a held ball, so Beloit gets it back, leading 13-7, 12 seconds to work first quarter. Leading scorer for Beloit, Palin with the basketball. Jumping out is Swihart. Now he's going to be called for a blocking foul. It'll be his first, team's fourth. 7 seconds remains first quarter. Tigers trailing 13-7. Beloit with the basketball with 5 seconds. And it's taken away. No traveling forced by Jared Fitzenmeyer and Dylan Swihart. The Tigers will have 2.8 seconds left, length of the floor to go. Now, if you're a Tiger basketball fan, you know that's plenty of time. With 0.8 earlier this year, they got 3 to tie it to go to overtime. Here's Swihart from just beyond half court, and it goes off glass. End of one, Tigers trailing 13-7 here in Beloit.
Defend, rebound, pass the ball, and score. Basketball's a simple game. Insurance is too, when you turn to me, your local Farm Bureau agent, Justin Tadman in Clay Center. I'm your go-to agent for farm, auto, home, life, and business insurance. So no matter what life brings, you'll be ready with a game plan that meets all your coverage needs. Give us a call at 785-632-2585. I make insurance a layup. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
A glance at the calendar tells you that planting season is closing in. The winter weather is not giving up. Give the Wilbur Ellis sales team a call so we can have a plan in hand to charge forward when the weather gives us a shot. Making planting decisions is a whole lot more efficient with the soil testing and mapping options we have. And with those, we can find what your soil needs to fill the nutrient requirements of the next crop. I'm Kenny Beach with Wilbur Ellis. We're here to serve you in every season.
Three-pointer each from Blake Frederick and Isaac Lee give the Tigers their points in the opening quarter. Frederick threw in a free throw on top of that. Tigers, though, trail by 6, 13-7, but they will have the basketball to begin the second period. With Williams in the game for the first time, he joins Jared Fitzenmeyer, Dylan Swihart, Jake Ferguson, Trevin Shirley on the floor against Beloit's man-to-man. Fitzenmeyer nearly has it taken away. Now a mad scramble for the ball on the floor. It gets loose again. Swihart kept it free, and Jake Ferguson, always a nose for the basketball. The Daredevil gets it back. Outside to Sherhan Shirley. Now to Swihart. 13-7. Tigers down 6. Just underway in this second quarter. Shirley dribble drives. Kick out to Williams. Witt toward the lane. Left side wing. Fitzenmeyer out top. Swihart. He'll take it toward the paint. Now Shirley, good look at three at the top. It is short. Long rebound to the sideline. Swihart unable to catch it. Great hustle. He ends up about 5 rows up into the bleachers trying to catch that basketball and save it back in. It will go to Beloit with 7:21 to go, just starting the second quarter. Tigers trailing here 13-7. Tigers with full court pressure. Beloit breaks it with a dribble by Vincent Palin. He'll back it out now. Fitzenmeyer on him. Tigers in man-to-man. They have been from the start. Dribble drive all the way to the glass. Shot is up and good. Chance at a three-point play for the 5'10 junior point guard. 7 now for Palin, and he's got a chance here at the stripe to convert a three-point play. 15-7 now. Free throw up, and free throw is in. That's 8 points for Vincent Palin. And the Tigers fall behind by 9. 7:05 left second quarter. 16-7 the score. Tigers back with the basketball. Jared Fitzenmeyer working against Smith. Off a screen. Pass in low. Ferguson the drive and the finish inside. Jake Ferguson with the bucket. His first field goal of the game. The Tigers trail again 16-9. Down by 7. Out top Chandler. Free throw line jumper. Strong. Rebound. Rattles around. Loose. And finally picked up by Carson Cox of Beloit. Now Palin, ball fake drive to the corner. Chandler, 15-footer, good this time. He missed the last trigger. He knocks this one in. The 6'1 senior makes it 18-9. And again, Beloit up by 9 points. 6.5 to go, first half of play. Dylan Swihart with it, right side. To the free throw line. Guarded jumpers off the mark. May have been blocked. And the rebound comes away to Hudson Smith. He drives the length of the floor, gets caught in the air, but gets it out deep. Palin for three. This one rims off. Tate Thompson keeps it alive, but it's run down by Jared Fitzenmeyer of the Tigers. 6:05 to go in this first half. Tigers down 18-9 with the basketball. Fitzenmeyer, dribble drive, steps to the lane, but he took steps to get to the bucket. Made the shot, but had to take an extra stride there to get a chance to get that shot away. Brayton Williams back on for the Tigers. Tigers going full court pressure with 6 minutes to go, second quarter, trailing 18-9. Hudson Smith in the backcourt with the dribble against Fitzenmeyer. And Beloit now crosses the timeline to set half-court offense. Palin will have it out deep just in front of the midcourt stripe. Tigers trail by 9. Beloit with the basketball. Dribble penetration all the way to the glass, up off the window and good. Palin's now got 10 in the first half. It's the 5'10" junior leading the way, and it's 20-9. The Tigers fall behind by double digits for the first time tonight. Here's Fitzenmeyer to the corner. Whit Williams, dribble penetrate. Corner left, Brayton Williams with it. To the post, Ferguson, double team. Back to the bucket. Outside it comes to Brayton. Williams will dribble drive, and a foul called on the way in to the lane. The second team foul on Beloit. Clay Center will have the basketball on their own baseline. Cooper Glavin back on for the Tigers. Whit Williams will come out. Fitzenmeyer will inbound from the baseline right of the glass. Looking in low. Here's Glavin. Out top, Brayton Williams. Good look at a three ball, and it just rims off. Rebound knocked to the ground. Saved in by Beloit to Jake Ferguson. Tigers keep possession. Ferguson backs it out and off to Williams. Around right, Fitzenmeyer slips through his hands and out of bounds, and Beloit gets possession back with 5:05 to go second quarter. Trojans lead it 20-9. Chandler, against the full court pressure, gets it into Vincent Palin. He works it up the floor by a couple of defenders. Now poked away by Shirley, picked up by Glavin. Tigers have it back. Trevin Shirley, sure hand on defense as well, able to poke that one away. Here's Fitzenmeyer, fake on the three, to the paint. Baseline left is Glavin. Back out deep. Williams fakes on the three. Now to Ferguson. Right side wing beyond the half moon. Fitzenmeyer drives the paint. To the corner is Glavin. Cooper, a couple of ball fakes. Now puts the dribble down. Holds. Up top, Ferguson. Jake attacks. He will stop and now double dribbles with the basketball. And the possession goes back to Beloit. Clay Center trails here by 11 in the second period. Blake Frederick set to check back in for the Tigers during this dead ball. Also, Butke comes back on for the Trojans. So it's Frederick, Brayton Williams, Fitzenmeyer, Shirley, and Glavin on the floor for the Tigers. They trail by 11 here. 4:31 to go second period. Right sideline with it is Palin. He will work it up toward the midcourt stripe. Fitzenmeyer checking him there toward the lane. Cross paint pass is picked up by Tate Thompson, who now has 10, and a timeout on the floor by the Tigers. 4:16 to go. Tigers trailing 22-9. Stay with us. Tiger basketball continues next.
More internet users and devices require more speed. If your household's internet usage has grown significantly in the last year or two, but your internet plan has stayed the same, your connection may now be overloaded. If you're streaming video, it also uses your internet and can make your internet seem slow. Call Twin Valley to find a Pulse internet solution for your busy household. Service availability will depend on location. Contact them to learn more. Call 800-515-3311 for fast solutions. Twin Valley Pulse.
Saving for retirement can seem complicated, confusing, even scary, but it doesn't have to be. Hi, I'm Kathy Affolter for United Bank and Trust, and we're here to help. As we go through tax season, now is the perfect time to think about opening an individual retirement account. If you have questions or want to get started, stop by and ask for me or Terry Jermark. We'd love to walk through the process with you. Saving for your retirement with an IRA at United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life, equal housing lender, and member FDIC.
4:16 to go in the second quarter. Tigers fall behind by 13. Quick timeout taken by the Tigers sideline. Clay Center does have the basketball, but they trail now 22-9. Jared Fitzenmeyer up the court against Hudson Smith. Crosses the timeline, right wing, out deep to Glavin. Cooper looking left for Shirley. Trevin ball fakes on the three toward the lane. Kick out right baseline for Fitzenmeyer. Jared rips it through a couple of defenders. Now to the lane, and he's bumped on the way to the paint. Third team foul on Beloit. Neither team in the bonus yet. 3:59 remains, second period. Tigers down 22-9, but with the basketball on their own baseline. Fitzenmeyer will inbound. Looking to the wing, gets it to Blake Frederick out top. Williams, Brayton. Off left, it goes deep for Fitzenmeyer. Now to Frederick out top. Blake a couple of ball fakes. He has 4 points, leads the Tigers in scoring thus far. Brayton Williams to Frederick, who had a 3 earlier. Butke out on him here beyond that arc. Now the pass to the paint's taken away by Butke, and the Tigers reaching in as Beloit starts it back the other direction. 3:41 remains, second quarter. Tigers trailing 22-9. The foul is the 6th now against the Tigers, so from here on out, Beloit will be in the 1-and-1. Tigers drop out of the full court pressure. Trojans possession. It's Vincent Palin who works it up the court. The 5'10" junior leads them in scoring on the year, 14 a game. He leads them with 10 points in this one, along with Tate Thompson. Now Beloit turns it over in the paint, so Clay Center gets possession back. So it'll be Clay Center's basketball, length of the floor to go. Lloyd making a couple of substitutions, so a bit of a delay getting play back underway. Now we see Jared Fitzenmeyer bring it up the floor. Fitzenmeyer, left wing, crosses over, ball fakes, looking low to Glavin, can't get it to him. Outside it comes to Brayton Williams. Brayton goes left to Fitzenmeyer. Glavin posting up against 6'6" junior. Now it's driven inside, shot blocked twice by Beloit. The second one, though, is a foul on Bryce Mason, and that'll give the Tigers a chance here at the stripe with Cooper Glavin shooting 2. Cooper averaging almost 8 a game and over 7.5 rebounds a contest, but scoreless thus far tonight. First free throw up and rims long. Tate Thompson back in for the Trojans, and Mason will come out. 22-9, Tigers trailing here in the first half. 3:12 to go, second quarter. At the line, Glavin with a second charity coming. This free throw on its way, banks in, and Cooper's got his first points of the night. 22-10, Tigers down. 3:10 to go, first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a chance to visit with the Tigers senior cheerleaders. We had them on the Locker Room Show. You can catch it on our YouTube channel, KCLY's YouTube channel, the full video interview, but we'll have the audio for you coming up at halftime. Here's Palin for 3. No. Rebound weak side. Trevin Shirley, good box out in low. And the Tigers get it back down by 12 with 2:52 to work here in the second period. So the Tigers have possession. Again, trailing by a dozen right now. 22-10 the score. 2:52 to go, second quarter. Jared Fitzenmeyer works it up the court. Now to the top of the key, it goes to Glavin. Right side wing, Trevin Shirley. Left and deep for Frederick. Blake, ball fakes toward the lane. Kick out. Shirley, a good look at a 3 ball on its way, and it is just strong. It rimmed high off the back iron and went up and actually touched the brace above the backboard off that bounce. And so the basketball back to Beloit. Trevin Shirley, 59 three-pointers he has made this season. Looking for number 60. Hasn't connected yet. You can bet it'll happen at some point tonight. Here's Butke. Mid-lane jumper on its way and good. 14-point lead now for Beloit as Hayden Butke has his first point. 24-10 with 2:15 to go here in the second period. Cooper Glavin with it out deep toward the lane. Dribble penetrates all the way to the glass. He's fouled on the way in there. And Coop back to the free throw line where he's 1 of 2 thus far in the game. Tigers are 2 of 4 at this drive. Beloit is 3 of 5 at the line. 10 points from Vincent Palin, 10 points from Tate Thompson, the difference in this ball game, 24-10. And another bank in by Glavin, who turns, shrug of the shoulders, a laugh and a high five to Trevin Shirley, and they all count. He has 2 points now. It's a 13-point ball game, 2:09 to go, second period. 24-11. Glavin. And he banks the third one in a row in. He's found a new groove. 3 points, 3 for 4 at the stripe for Cooper Glavin. 24-12 in the lane, Tate Thompson. Turns, takes it up off glass, no. Tipped rebound, pulled down by Blake Frederick. Tigers have it back under 2 to go, second quarter. Blake up the right side with it to Glavin out deep. Coop toward the free throw line. Stops to the corner left. Frederick backs it out. Now back inside Glavin. Now to a cutting Jake Ferguson to the corner. Swihart for 3. Great ball movement. They don't get the payoff. And now Cooper Glavin with the offensive rebound, but called for a nudge to get some space to go get that board. 1:38 to go second quarter. It's 24-12. Tigers trailing. The foul on Glavin will force him to the sideline. It is his third. Isaac Lee is back in. It's a 1-1 chance here for Tate Thompson of the Beloit Trojans. $1:38 to work, first half. Tigers down 24-12. 1-1 chance for Tate Thompson of the Beloit Trojans. First free throw on its way for the 6'7 senior. No. Rebound battle for it. Shirley wins that battle. Tigers have it back. Down by 12. Chance to cut into it here on this possession and keep it within reach going toward halftime. We're down to 1:27 left in this first half of play. Blake Frederick, a cutting Dylan Swihart. They'll hit him on the move. Turn, stops. Goes back out deep. Lee's got a great look at a three. He hit his first one, and he hits his second of the ball game. Splash. Lee makes it a 9-point ball game at 24-15, so back to single digits. Beloit does have the lead. 1:05 left. The Tigers closing out. They had fallen behind by 14. A three to answer for Beloit is strong. Long rebound. Butke back out deep. Around to the baseline it goes now to Hudson Gray. Out top, Butke wants a three ball. This one rims off. Rebound. Swihart rips it down. The Swihart swish gives the Tigers the basketball, trailing by 9 with 44 seconds left here in the second quarter. Swihart behind the back. Hands it off to Blake Frederick. Now to Ferguson. Around left. Isaac Lee to Trevin Shirley. To the post, Ferguson. Couple of guys cut. Frederick out deep left baseline. Fakes the three. To the post, Ferguson. Rips it through. Toward the lane. Hands it off. Swihart. Shot no. Rebound. Ferguson battles and finishes inside. The junior brings the Tigers back within 7. 18 seconds to work. Beloit brings it across. 24-17. Tigers making some noise here toward halftime. Butke, left wing. Palin toward the lane. It's tipped and nearly taken by Jake Ferguson. It is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beloit on the baseline. 6.9 to work in the first half. Hudson Gray to inbound. Out deep it comes. Back in the corner. Gray's got to look at a three. It would have counted. It's long. The rebound out of bounds with 1.62 Clay Center. So the Tigers have it down by 7 with 1.6 before halftime. No pressure down court. They can at least get something fired up toward the bucket. Swihart will from half court, and it comes up just short. We're headed to halftime. Tigers make a push. They trail 24-17 at half.
Speech development is very important in a child's life. Clay County Medical Center has speech therapy services that help children speak, communicate, and understand language. From speech fluency and stuttering, articulation, autism spectrum disorders, literacy and vocabulary, feeding and oral motor skills, and more for infants to adolescents. If you'd like to make an appointment with speech therapist Megan Gefeller at Clay County Medical Center, please call 632-2144. Clay County Medical Center in Clay Center, Kansas.
Tigers make a move, all behind by 14. They're within 7 here at halftime. We're going to get you to our interview. I'll come back and look at scoring leaders as the Tigers battling here on the road against the number 1 seed and 19-1 Beloit Trojans. They trail by just 7 at the break. As mentioned, we have the Tiger senior cheerleaders for our halftime interview. We'll have that for you right now.
We're joined by the 3 seniors on this year's Tiger cheerleading squad. We have Malin Yarrow, we have Angelica Ichavi, and we have Sabrina Johnson with us. So we get a chance to talk with the seniors that have been a part of this program for how long? 4 years for all you guys?
I'm the only 4 year.
Only 4 years.
This is my 3rd year.
3rd year?
This is my 1st year.
1st year, okay. So what inspired you to join this crew as a senior?
I basically just wanted to get more involved in the school. This year I've gotten into a lot more clubs and cheerleading, of course, and I felt like I wasn't as involved as I wanted to be, and this kind of helped me. It helped me be able to communicate better with people.
Very cool. Now that you jumped in and did it, you glad you did it?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Very much so. Okay, 4 years. So you're the leader of this whole group, right?
Yeah.
What's it like as a senior to have a new head coach come in and join you guys?
It's a big change because I was so used to it the other way.
Sure. And but it's gone as smooth as it can be?
Yeah, it's gone really smooth, actually.
And Angelica, you joined, you said, for your 3rd year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what was the reasoning you decided to come out?
Well, I did it my freshman and sophomore years, and then last year I wasn't in Kansas for camp, and so I didn't really have the option to do it last year. But I thought that if I took a year off that I'd miss it. So it was true. And so I joined again, and I've had a lot of fun this year.
So this senior year, I was asking before we came on, and Malin was talking about the camp. You've mentioned the camp. So tell us about the camp. Was it different this year than last year's as far as where you went?
It was really big for me this year because I could not participate in camp very well because I had gotten sick. And so...
That's tough. So you just couldn't go even at all?
I went and I just had to sit through everything.
It's a struggle, isn't it? Yeah, I would think so. It was at Kansas Wesleyan, right? Tell us what goes into the camp then.
Okay, so we did a UCA camp this year, and in the past years we've done a K-State camp where the K-State coach or just a couple of the cheerleaders on the K-State cheerleading team have came, and they teach us stunts, workouts, routines, like little things to, like crowd cheers kind of, like to get us involved in the crowd and make things more exciting. And this year at the UCA camp, it was a lot different. We learned a lot more dances, and like we learned a lot of games and just ways to like come together as a team more than we did with the K-State camp.
Very good. And Malin, your first year, were you wondering what you were getting into when you first showed up?
I definitely was. When I first tried out, everybody said that camp was going to be hard. I'd come home with bruises and everything, and that was the K-State camp. But then we go to UCA, and we were worn out, but we definitely didn't have as many bruises as I expected. It was mainly just the dances, like Angelica said, the dances, the cheers. We learned a lot of new cheers. Our performance was actually one of the dances that we learned. And I mean, I kind of expected it to be that way, but at the same time I didn't. So it was a good experience.
So Sabrina, did you feel like you were behind the 8 ball, not getting a chance to be at camp, and then you don't get to get into what they've gotten into, a new coach? What was it like when you finally got into the season? You guys start, by the way, for those who don't know, the same time that all the high school sports begin. So you have this camp in June, then you have to wait until the football, volleyball, cross-country teams get started, right?
I mean, I didn't feel like I was too far behind since it'd been my 4th year. Just when it came to the whole performance, I definitely had to learn that on the spot.
Now, I heard you guys, when we were talking before coming on, every one of you said we do stunts, and I think all 3 of you say a lot.
Yeah.
You work on stunts a lot. Explain your practice schedule for our viewers and kind of what that's about.
So every practice we start with kicks, and then we will review some cheers if needed, and then we kind of break off into our squad groups and stunt. So it could be from anywhere from just an elevator to back flips or whatever. And then usually end practice we'll do jumps all the way across the basketball court or like the church floor court, and then we just do like ab workout.
Yeah. And it's twice a week, you said?
Mm-hmm.
It's all year long?
Yes.
Yeah. As you got ready for the first football Friday night, was it a home game? First one was a home game this year. So your first time out on the field, what are the nerves like at that time? You're not sure? You're an old hat at the game. 4 years into it, it was no problem, right? Yeah. For you, same type of deal, just ready to go?
I actually played tennis at the beginning of the year, so I didn't cheer for football. I started during basketball and wrestling.
And Malin, since it was your first year, did you have any nerves?
I did. I was nervous at first. I was scared I would forget the cheers, but I wasn't the only one that would forget them, because it's really easy to forget them with so many cheers. And so when I would forget them, I would just smile and just keep going. Like, you just have to get through it.
It's kind of the rule, isn't it? Smile and keep going forward. As you guys go through all the sports, tell us what your favorite sport is to cheer for, or do you have one?
Mine's definitely basketball, just because I don't have to like go from sideline to field to play for pep band and things.
Oh, very good point. Yes, you're a busy lady.
I like basketball because, I don't know, like the winter months are really cold, and like even in the fall they're pretty cold, especially in Kansas because the weather's so crazy. And so doing cheers at basketball games is a lot more fun than it is at football games to me, I think.
Malin?
I would say football is my favorite. I'm more involved in football. I do like watching basketball, but you get so hot in the gym, and that's my least favorite part about it. But they're both my favorite because, I don't know, they're just fun to watch.
I don't think people may understand, unless you're in the high school, how busy these ladies are and the team itself is. You guys are on the go Constantly, and you throw in your other activity. What all you're involved in band, so that keeps you busy on a game night. What else in high school are you involved in?
FFA and Breakfast Club.
List goes on and on, right?
Yeah.
Same for you?
Breakfast Club and FCCLA.
I'd say the same clubs that they have said. I also work on the days I don't have cheer after school, and so that keeps me going, and it also wears me out throughout the week.
I can imagine. Okay, we do a thing called Tiger Talk. I warned you guys. It's kind of just goofy questions. It's not hard, I promise. We'll start with the 4-year senior. Favorite TV show or movie, or the most recent, if you don't have a favorite, the most recent one maybe you've watched?
Heartland.
Heartland. Favorite, is that a show?
It's a movie. Well, it's a series.
Is it a Netflix series?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think I've seen it advertised.
Can I say South Park? Okay, South Park.
Who doesn't like South Park, right?
Lately I've been watching Grownish, and that show is so good, especially if you're about to go off to college. It kind of like lets you know what's going on in college.
So you learn about the Heartland, you learn about going to college, and you learn about life with South Park. I see how it works. Okay, we'll start with this side this time. Malin, favorite music artist or song?
I'd have to say Drake. He really says his feelings, and especially when you can't say them yourself.
Well put.
J. Cole.
Cool.
Luke Bryan.
Right. So we got all kinds of music covered here with these three. Okay, final question. Give me a favorite memory from this year or just from your years, be it favorite, funny, memorable, whatever it might be.
I guess just practice this year's been quite enjoyable.
Cool. Very good.
My sophomore year, we went to K-State, and we went in the football practice, like, gym area, and we had, like, a little K-State mini camp type thing on one of the school nights that we didn't have practice, and we went to Burger King after, and 4 or 5 of us got food poisoning, so...
That's certainly memorable, not a favorite memory, maybe.
Well, since this is my first year, I'd have to say it was when we were headed back from camp, and we had to take 2 Suburbans, and the other Suburban hit a deer. And so we all crammed into one Suburban, and we all just had like a therapy session. It kind of brought us all closer together, and it really helped with it being the beginning of the year and my first year. So I'd say that was my favorite.
That's great. Those are great moments. What's the future plans for you guys? Do you have a plan in place?
I'm going to Cloud Community College, and I'm going to study early childhood education on a music scholarship.
Wonderful.
I don't really have any plans right now, but I want to go to a 4-year university and become a marine biologist, but that's kind of hard in Kansas because I want to work at Ocean Life.
Get your start, though.
Yeah.
I'm planning on going to Washburn University to major in social work, and then after that, I'm going to get my master's degree.
Again, we appreciate all the work that the Tiger cheerleaders do, and thanks to the Tiger senior cheerleaders joining us here on Halftime.
And again, our thanks to the Tiger senior cheerleaders joining us for that halftime report. You can catch that on our KCLY YouTube channel. Just look that up on KCLY YouTube. And the channel has a full video there, the interview for you. Tigers open up on defense. They're right in this thing, down 24-17. A three-pointer right side rattles out. Rebound ripped down by Cooper Glavin, who's playing with 3 fouls. Tigers were led by 6 points from Isaac Lee, 4 from Blake Frederick and Jake Ferguson, 3 from Cooper Glavin. And at first end of the basketball taken away by Beloit. Back the other direction they come. In the corner right is Carson Cox. Dribble drive toward the lane, cut off by Swihart. Thompson back up. It will rim in there. He has 12 now. Tate Thompson, the 6'7 senior, about 8 of those 12 have come off stick-back buckets just like that one. The Tigers down 26-17 with a basketball, down 9. Opening of the second half here for the Tigers. They battled back from 14 down, trailed by 7 at halftime. Glavin back to the bucket, kick out Swihart for 3. Just rims out of there. Rebound battled for by Glavin, and it's pulled away by Thompson of Beloit. Back the other direction, three-pointer. Hudson Smith rattles this one in, and Beloit now back out to a double-digit lead at 29-17. So they score the first 5 points of this third quarter. Here's Glavin out deep toward the free throw line, between the legs. Now to the wing left, or baseline, I should say, Fitzenmeyer. Dribble attack. Out deep it comes to Ferguson. Now lobbed into the paint for Glavin. Trevin Shirley trying to break free. They are smothering everything. He gets a decent look at here. Swihart, great look for 3 in the corner. It rims off The rebound tipped around inside. Glavin back up and good. Cooper Glavin's first field goal, but he has 5 points in the game. And the Tigers within 10, 29-19, 6:20 to work, third quarter. Winston-Palin thought about a three. Now ball fakes it, backs it out with Fitzenmeyer all over him. Now dribble penetrate. Lob down in low to Thompson. Double team, no way to get a shot off. Back out deep, Palin for three. No. Rebound ripped down by Glavin, who's poked in the eye inadvertently by Hudson Smith, who pats him on the back and apologizes. The foul is called, and the Tigers get the basketball back. See if they can head to the offensive end and cut this back to single digits. At the half, 28-18, Riley County leading Concordia. Riley County over Concordia at halftime in the 3A Substate that Clay Center is a part of. 29-19, Tigers with the basketball. Drive inside. Oh, just about finishing Jake Ferguson. Then he has it nearly rebounded, but it's ripped away by Colin Chandler. Left side wing deep. Long three from Cox is strong. Rebound run down by Ferguson. So Jake and the Tigers have it back down by 10. 5.5 to go. Outside, wide deep, Trevin Shirley yet to score in this game, but the Tigers hanging right in here. Here's Ferguson. Jake toward the lane to Shirley. Trevin dribble penetrates to the paint, and a lot of contact. An offensive foul is called, and Trevin cannot believe it. Looked like he was fouled on the way in, I think, is where Shirley's upset. Maybe the charge after the play had completed, but on this near side, it looked like he was really getting kind of manhandled on his dribble drive by Carson Cox, and then he ran into Colin Chandler. Shirley will come out. His first foul of the game. 5:17 to work, third quarter. Tigers down 29-19. Beloit back with the basketball. Left and deep, Carson Cox for the Trojans. Outside Chandler, around right to Palin. At the point, guarded by Blake Frederick in there, as Shirley gets a breather. Left side wing, Cox with it. 10-point ball game. Here's Hudson Smith for three, and it is blocked by Swihart. Now the ball loose. Smith gets it back, and then Swihart will reach in and reach across and be called for the foul. That's a shot block on the three-point try. Then the deflection, just good bounce for Beloit, ended up in their lap. Isaac Lee is back in for the Tigers. Also, Whit Williams coming back into the game. Swihart picking up his third foul will come out. So Swihart and Glavin both have 3 fouls again. Tigers in a 2-3 zone off the sideline inbound by Beloit. 29-19, 4:45 to go, third quarter. Tigers down just 10. Beloit with the basketball. To the post, it goes to Thompson. The ball taken away by Cooper Glavin. Glavin down court, Jake Ferguson, right baseline. Starts to dribble drive, cut off to Glavin. He'll take it toward the paint. Back outside, Frederick's got to look at three. His second free ball of the ball game, his third on the year. He now has 7. The Tigers right back within 7 points at 29-22. Now inside, Tate Thompson at 6'7", has 14 as he cashes one in. Got too deep on the block. Tigers down by 9. Midway point, third quarter, 31-22. Lee outside to Ferguson. Jake to the corner. Frederick. They have to come guard him. Now he's hit 2 threes in the game. Back up top, he was looking for Isaac Lee cutting, and it tipped out of bounds, they say, off of the Tigers. So Clay Center trails by 9 here. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Very much a part of this game against the 19-1 and number 1 seeded Beloit Trojan. 31-22. Beloit ranked in the top 5 in 3A boys basketball throughout much of the season and going into this week as well. Here's Carson Cox, long three, right side short. Rebound rattled around. Jake Ferguson has it. Out of the pack up the left sideline. Poked away from behind. Now loose. Jake goes to the ground, and Beloit ends up with the basketball. Phelan, right side to Smith. Dribble attacks the lane. Scoop shot up and good off window and in. 5 points for Hudson Smith, all in this quarter. The Tigers trail by 11 and back with the basketball. Blake Frederick with it. And a foul will be called on the dribble drive, a reach in against Beloit. Tigers will have it on the baseline. So Clay Center will have it down low. Foul was against, they called number 3. That is on Hudson Smith as he comes out of the game, but it is his third foul. Frederick to the corner for Glavin. Fakes a 3. Back out top, Isaac Lee. Now to Whit Williams. Left side, Frederick. Blake Frederick dribble drives all the way to the paint, blocks to the baseline, out of bounds to the Tigers. They'll keep it on the baseline. Trailing here by 11, 3:07 to go, third quarter. Frederick will inbound. Tigers put 4 around the lane. Look into the corner, now a weak side box. They go inside instead. Jake Ferguson fouled. Ferguson headed to the free throw stripe to shoot 2. He has 4 points in the game, yet to score in the second half, and the Tigers again can cut it back to single digits with 3:06 left in the third period. You heard Coach Drew Groover in pregame say they can just stretch it out, have a chance late in a ball game, and then see what happens. Well, at this point, they've kept themselves around, although Jake Ferguson did miss the first of 2 free throws. A charity here to cut it back to 10 points. This free throw is good. He has 5. Now Brayton Williams will check back in for the Tigers. Whit Williams, younger brother, will come out. 33-23, 3:06 to go, third period. Tigers full court pressuring. Beloit trouble getting it in bounds. They lob to the sideline. Palin with it. He has Isaac Lee on him up the sideline right. Now toward the lane. Hangs in the air, shot up off glass. Pretty play by Vincent Palin. And he has 12 now. The Tigers fall behind by a 35-23 margin with the basketball here, down by 12. Cooper Glavin. Drive toward the paint to Ferguson. Out to the right wing deep. Isaac Lee has hit 2 threes in the ball game. Unable to trigger on that catch. 2:40 left, third quarter. Lee out near the midcourt stripe, directing traffic. Works it toward the left. Now back right, Ferguson. One-on-one chance against Butke. Takes it to the lane. Can't get the roll. What a great look for Ferguson. And it just rimmed away on him. Beloit back the other way quickly. Three-pointer out top. Taken by Eilert. No. Rebound. Glavin rips it away from everybody. Tigers down 12, and again with the basketball. Isaac Lee toward the paint, tried to kick it back outside, and it's taken away by Beloit. Palin toward the timeline, brings it up the floor and left and deep to Eilert. Now into the lane. A foul is going to be called against the Tigers inside. 2:05 left, third quarter. 35-23. Tigers down by a dozen. Trevin Shirley back in the game for the Tigers. Cooper Glavin. So they called this on Coop. That's his 4th foul, and so they'll get Dylan Swihart in for Glavin. Cooper with 4 fouls now has to come out. Could have been called on really anyone in the lane. I am sure he was in the mix, but 2 or 3 players right in that same area, but Glavin gets it called on him. Shot missed by Palin. Mason the rebound. His stick back is going to miss, but he's fouled, and he'll get 2 free throws. 2 minutes remaining, third quarter. Tigers trailing by 12. 35-23. They were down 7 at halftime. Beloit came out and scored the first 5 points of the second half. And now the Tigers battling back again. Mason knocks down the first of 2 free throws. The lead is 13 for the Trojans with 2 minutes to go, third period. Second free throw on its way, short. Long rebound to Brayton Williams. Now to Blake Frederick, racing up the right sideline. Stops, kick out, Swihart long 3-ball. Yes! The Swihart swish has his first points and cuts the lead back down to 10, 36-26 at a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Clay Center Tiger Basketball.
The time to book your spring minerals and tubs is right now. Through May 1st, Central Valley Ag is discounting CVA, Purina, and Hubbard minerals and tubs. You'll save $20 a ton on 1 to 4 tons, $40 a ton on 5 to 19, $60 on 20 tons or more. And when you order 1 ton or more, you'll be entered for a chance to win a Cabela's 60-quart cooler. Find all the information you need at CVACoop.com. Then talk to your local CVA feed sales specialist. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
36-26 ball game. Clay Center Tigers continue to battle. They've fallen behind by 13 in this third quarter, but have it back at 10 again on a big 3-ball hit by Dylan Swihart, and that was his first bucket of the ball game. Tigers have 6 points from Isaac Lee, 7 from Blake Frederick, 5 from Jake Ferguson, 5 from Cooper Glavin, and then the 3-ball from Dylan Swihart thus far in the ball game. Beloit back to the direction ball, tipped away by Shirley. Tigers have it back, and a smart play by Brayton Williams. He just backed the dribble into a defender who was coming at him, Bryce Mason, and the Tigers will have it. The foul against the Trojans, their 4th. And the 3rd foul on Mason, 6'6" junior. Tigers have the basketball back, but now the inbounds pass is taken away by Palin. And now in the corner, Palin for 3. and it rattles off. Rebound battled for inside. Back up and making is Beloit. The foul called against Trevin Shirley. Terrific shot in low by Hudson Gray. Somehow got that ball back up off of the backboard and in. Shirley just trying to defend, caught behind him, and the arm came across. It's his second foul. To the free throw stripe, chance at a three-point play for Hudson Gray. And he will miss on the free throw. Tigers down by 12. Williams fouled on his way out of the paint. Good board by the senior, Brayton Williams. Tigers will have it, trailing 38-26. A minute 28 to go here in this third quarter. See if the Tigers can make a little move here toward the end of the third as they did at the end of the second period. Full court pressure by the Trojans. Here's Shirley. In the backcourt, up the floor, it comes to Jake Ferguson. Baseline right, Williams. Brayton back out deep, the ball taken away, and a foul on the sideline against Shirley. It'll be the 6th team foul, the third foul on Trevin. And the Tigers, a couple of times now, have gotten that possession back, and you just have to hold on to that with everything you have, and they've made a couple of errant passes that have resulted in turnovers, and the basketball going back to Beloit. A minute 15 to work, down by 12. Balin in the front court with a dribble. Right side wing, it goes deep. Now left to Gray. Back outside, long three-pointer, no good. Tipped rebound to the sideline will go to the Tigers. So Braxton Eilert from way outside the point gives the Tigers the basketball back on the miss. 38-26. With a minute 3 left to go in the third, the Tigers have it back down by 12. Huge if they could find a way to get it back to single digits before beginning the fourth period. Jake Ferguson in the backcourt, lobs it deeper toward the Beloit bucket to Swihart. Now to Fitzenmeyer. Up the floor he comes to Shirley. Trevin back out deep. Swihart hit his last three. This one's strong. Rebound in low. Battled for, but pulled away by Mason. Carson Cox now with it. Back the other direction for Beloit. Tigers down again, 38-26, and now Beloit throws it away. The Tigers get it back with 45 to work. Nearing the end of the third. Ferguson will inbound. Fitzenmeyer in the backcourt. A lot of pressure down the floor. And we have a kicked ball against, I think this is on Beloit. It is. It'll stay with Clay Center. Kicked out of bounds. 41 seconds to work here in the third. Jake Ferguson brings it into Swihart. Now to Jake. Up the floor it comes to Blake Frederick. Blake toward the lane. Wraparound pass, tip. Shirley outside Fitzenmeyer. Fakes the three, and he's called for traveling on the ball fake. 33 to work, third period. 38-26. Tigers down by 12. Long down-court pass for Beloit. Right side wing is Butke with 29 to work. Outside it goes now to Chandler, to Hudson Gray. And a reach-in foul on Jared Fitzenmeyer. 7th team foul. The bonus, the remainder, now for the Beloit Trojans. Hudson Gray will be at the line. He's 0 for 1 at the stripe, has 2 points. That bucket came on a chance at hoop and harm here in the third. Free throw here is up and in. He has 3 points. And the lead is 13 now for Beloit. Isaac Lee will check in. Swihart comes out. 26 seconds left, third period. At the free throw line, Gray with his second charity on its way, and this one's strong. Rebound. Ferguson rips it down. Tigers lob down the court. Blake Frederick. Blake toward the lane. Runs into a crowd. Mason has it knocked and not taken away. And Beloit has the basketball back, and the turnover bug really a problem here in the final couple of minutes of this third quarter. Tigers had a chance to cut it into single digits 2 or 3 times. Now they trail by 13. Cox for 3, make it 16. With 2 seconds left in the third, the Tigers will not get a shot away. We'll head to the final 8 minutes. Clay Center now trails 42-26.
It's Bump Day.
You heard that right. This is Linda Reed with the Citizens National Bank, and we are bumping up the rates on individual retirement accounts 0.25%. You still have time to make that 2018 contribution to your IRA before you visit your tax person. It doesn't matter if the contribution is for 2018 or 2019. We are bumping up that rate. Take advantage of the offer before April 15th. The Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
This is 100.9 FM, KCLY, Clay Center.
Bank holiday, let's go shopping, Brandy. Don't forget your wallet, please. Wallet, what's that? You know, your money, honey. I don't have to carry a wallet. Union State Bank's debit cards can be added to your mobile wallet on your smart device. Say what? I can make my smartphone or smartwatch be my wallet? Yep. Just open the wallet app on your device and add your USB debit card. Then I can use my device at any store that accepts mobile payments? Yes. Now let's go shopping. I call Shotgun. This is Brandy Lipper and Alicia Linhart with Union State Bank, member FDIC.
42-26, Tigers kept it around that 10-point margin, cut into single digits, and finally Beloit, a little run to end the third, leads by 16. Tigers, though, start with the basketball. Blake Frederick toward the lane, turns, takes it up, and is fouled on the way up. Thought I heard a whistle, then wasn't sure, and Blake Frederick goes to the line to shoot two. Blake with 7 points tonight. Has 2 3 balls, 1 for 2 at the line, and we'll get 2 free throws coming here for the sophomore. 7:50 left in the ball game, just starting this fourth period. First free throw on its way is strong by Frederick. Blake will have one more charity coming. Cooper Glavin been saddled with foul trouble. Out to check in with 4 fouls as he goes to the scorer's table. And Frederick rattles the second one around, but it won't fall in. Tigers down 16, just underway in this fourth quarter. There's Palin with it, left side. Kick out to Cox, who hit the three right before the buzzer. Now he'll dribble drive. No. Rebound tipped inside by Whit Williams. Pulled out of there by Jake Ferguson. Now to Blake Frederick up the right sideline. To the corner. Cox all over him. He gets it outside to Fitzenmeyer. Now toward the lane. Ball batted to the sideline. Picked up by Fitzenmeyer. Now Frederick to the post. Here's Ferguson. Takes it up against the 6'7" senior Thompson. Ball tipped out of bounds off Beloit. It will be Clay Center's basketball on the baseline. It's an interesting look here in Beloit. Their stands are well away from the basketball floor, so the student section actually stands where bleachers normally come out to on the far side of the court, and they're well off the floor, no closer than you would be if the bleachers were out to that point, but the student section actually literally stands near the sideline toward the baseline here at Beloit. Here's Glavin, out to Frederick, ball fake and drive, dumps it back to Cooper. Glavin toward the lane, double teamed, outside to Whit Williams, now around right to Ferguson. At the point is Frederick. Blake, ball fake and drive, kick to the corner. Ferguson, then he walked with the basketball. Bounced awkwardly, and then he caught it, but he was already on the move, cutting toward the lane, and so called for the travel. Just under 7 to go in the fourth. Tigers trailing 42-26. They put up a good battle tonight against the top 5 3A ranked team, 19-1 Beloit. The Trojans right now do lead by 26. Batted away by Fitzenmeyer. Great defense, but it goes right to Beloit. Now Hudson Smith for 3. No. Rebound inside. Comes off to Cooper Glavin. Tigers get it back. Down 42-26. Here's Fitzenmeyer toward the lane. Kick out for Whit Williams. Down to the free throw line, Glavin. Ferguson around right. It goes to Frederick. Wants a 3. He hit 2 tonight. Oh, and it just rattles out. The rebound away to Chandler. Great release again by Blake Frederick. He is 2 for 4. That went all but down. 6:15 to work fourth quarter. 42-26 ball game. Beloit now with the dribble out deep. Fitzenmeyer pressures on Palin. Now reach on foul against Blake Frederick. Will put Beloit at the line for a 1-and-1. Frederick picks up his second. Isaac Lee back in for the Tigers. Also back in is Hudson Gray for the Trojans. So Isaac Lee comes in with Blake Frederick, Jared Fitzenmeyer, Jake Ferguson, Cooper Glavin. Palin at the line for a 1-and-1. He is 1 for 1 at the line. This free throw in as well. 2 for 2 at the stripe, now has 13 points. 17-point lead for the Trojans, 6:09 to go in the fourth period. One more charity coming for Beloit. This free throw up and strong. Rebound, tipped around. Isaac Lee out of there with it for the Tigers. Lee's hit 2 threes in the game, both team in the first half. Isaac across the timeline, hands it away to Glavin. 6 minutes left in the ball game. Tigers down by 17 here. Fitzenmeyer fakes the 3, now to Frederick. Around left to Ferguson, to the post. Glavin, double teamed. Back to the bucket. makes his way in the lane to the baseline. Ferguson. Jake will pull from 10, and it's strong. Rebound comes off to Chandler of the Trojans. 43-26, Beloit lead. 5:37 to work. Here's Chandler. Pull-up jumper. Strong. Rebound. Lee, second straight defensive board. It'll come back to the way for the Tigers. Now Jared Fitzenmeyer left wing. To Glavin at the point. Hands it off to Lee. 5:23 left in the game. Clay Center down by 17 with the basketball. Here's a drive by Frederick. Reverse lay-in up and good. Blake Frederick with the perfect spin as he got below the bucket, then spun his body and the basketball to get it off the window and up and in. He's got 9 now. The Tigers trail 43-28. Foul in the backcourt against the Tigers. Isaac Lee is going to put Beloit at the free throw line. Palin again for a 1-and-1. This will be the final 1-and-1. 9th team foul. From here on out, Beloit is in the double bonus. 5:08 to work in the ball game. 43-28. Tigers trailing here with Beloit a chance for a 1+1. Free throw up and free throw good. 14 now for Palin. He leads all scorers in the game, and Beloit leads by 16. 44-28 ball game, 5:08 left fourth. Second free throw rattles in. And so the lead is 17 once again. Tigers have the basketball back. Vincent Palin now with 15 to lead all scorers. Isaac Lee brings it across. Tigers down 45-28. 5 minutes left, fourth quarter. Blake Frederick, right wing to the baseline. Stops, double team, kick out to Lee. Isaac back in the corner for Frederick. Break again, drives, had it stripped away, now shoveled away by Hudson Smith. And it will be Beloit's basketball with 4:45 left in the ball game. Dylan Swihart, Trevin Shirley set to come back on for the Tigers. Smith, dribble drive, kick out to Budke. Now deep it comes and around left to Palin. 4:33 left in the ball game. Tigers down 45-28. Jump pass, cross court. Somehow finds Gray. Now he'll ball fake and drive, tipped away by Fitzenmeyer, but a foul called on the reach. And it puts Beloit at the line to shoot 2. Double bonus here, the 10th team foul. Hudson Gray is 1 for 3 at the line, has 3 points in the game. We'll get 2 chances here. The lefty's first free throw is up and good. 4 points now for the 6-foot junior. Mason back in for Beloit. As mentioned, Swihart and Shirley return for the Tigers. They're on the court with Lee, Glavin, and Ferguson. Both free throws good here by Gray. He has 5 points. And Beloit leads it by 19. 4:23 to work, fourth quarter. 47-28. Here's Glavin. Right side and deep to Lee. Off a screen from Glavin. Lee bump, holds, now looking, gets it outside for Swihart. Left to Ferguson and deep. Shirley on the wing left. Trevin outside, it comes to Lee. Around right, looking for Swihart. Ball tipped to the backcourt, and then stays out of bounds and goes off of Hudson Smith of Beloit. Swihart was smart. The ball was tipped out by Smith. He had slid out of bounds. Swihart was standing out of bounds. He reestablished inbounds, and then the ball went rolling on out. So if it had stayed in play, he could have picked it up. Here's Swihart in the corner for 3, and he splashes another one in. The Swihart switch, that's his second 3. Both have come in the second half. Tigers down by 16 with 3:40 to work. And now a foul called on the sideline against the Tigers. And it will go against Isaac Lee. 3:42 remains. The third foul on the sophomore. 47-31 with 3:42 left. And Boyd back at the free throw line. Vincent Palin knocks in the first free throw. And now has 16 in the game. And the lead is 17 points with 3:42 to go. Jake Ferguson will come out. In will come Brayton Williams. So 3 Tigers seniors on the floor right now. Swihart, Shirley, and Williams. The free throw line is Beloit. And the lead goes to 18. As Palin's starting to make a living at the line. He is 2 for 6 of 7 at the stripe and has 17 points. 49-31, 3:36 to work. Tigers have it. Brayton Williams toward the lane. Kick out to Shirley. Right side wing Lee. Isaac, what a ball fake. The drive, shot off the glass, won't go, but he does draw the foul on a 6'6 junior. That's a 5'5 sophomore. Just a good head and shoulder fake. Got a defender rise up, and then had a defender go up to block it, and he glanced it way up over his hands. Nearly got the bank off the glass. He does draw the foul. That's the fourth on Mason. Lee at the stripe. First free throw is in. Isaac Lee has 7 now. 2 threes and that free throw. 49-32. The lead is 17 for the Beloit Trojans. 3:27 to work here in the fourth period. Lee, one more free throw. And this one up and in as well. 8 points now for the sophomore. It is a 16-point lead with 3:27 remaining in the contest. Update on the Concordia ball game. Concordia 42, Riley County 38 with 3:35 to go. So Concordia with an upset bid alert. They lead Riley County by 4 against 3.5 left in the game. Halen down the court, and the shot up and in by Budke. Budke has 4. The lead is 18. And the basketball back to the Tigers. Dylan Swihart, 3:07 to work. Works off a screen from Glavin. Free throw line jumper on its way is rattling home. 8 points all in the second half for Dylan Swihart. Tigers back within 16, 51-35. Need a couple of turnovers here, see if they can get it down near 10 and then make a little crazy push late. They're down to 2:47, and Beloit may be a little more deliberate now with the basketball. Palin lobs it left wing to Mason, back out deep. Eilert has it. Long three, I guess no patience here. Missing, rebound Shirley. 3-on-2 numbers the other way. Here's Blake Frederick. Steps through the paint. He's got 11. Blake Frederick, the sophomore, stepped right around Vincent Palin and now blocks it on the other end, but is going to be called for the foul. The lead is 14 with 2:23 remaining in the contest. And Beloit back at the free throw line. So Clay Center down 51-37. 2:23 left in the game. Budke at the line, shooting 2, first free throw missing. Aiden Budke has 4 points. That's his first free throw attempt of the game. Tigers trail by 14. And both free throws missing. Rebound Cooper Glavin. The Tigers a chance to get this a little bit more within reach if they can get a bucket down. Cooper Glavin toward the lane, kick to the corner. Swihart starting to heat it up a bit. Glavin into the paint again. Makes his way into the lane. Strong shot up that won't go down. The rebound comes off to Mason of Beloit. 2 minutes left in the game. Clay Center down 51-37. Then Palin's going to back it out. Swihart will go defend, but Beloit trying to milk this clock down and survive a first-round scare against the Tigers. Here's Budke toward the lane now. Into the paint. Gray shot no good. Rebound Frederick. 1:40 left. Need buckets now, and a foul is good too, even better. Blake Frederick will get to the line for a 1-and-1 with 1:40 left in the game, but it stops the clock and gives the Tigers a chance to score and set up your pressure if Frederick can knock him down. And Blake now the leading scorer in this game for the Tigers. He has 11. And a chance to add to it here at the stripe. He's 1 for 4 at the line tonight. First free throw on its way, yes. 12 points for the sophomore Blake Frederick, a career high tonight in the opening round of Substate. Cuts the lead to 13 with 1:40 left. Crazier things have happened. Second free throw, no. Rebound, tip up by Glavin, almost went in. It's rebounded now by Mason of Beloit. 1:34 left. 13-point Trojan lead. Swihart pressures as they cross the timeline. Now Palin will kick it out right to Gray. 1:24. Tigers need a stop. Quick. They have to foul to stop the clock if they really want. Oh, there's a kick into the backcourt. Gray will not be able to chase it down. It's an over and back anyway. Clay Center gets the basketball down by 13 with 1:15 remaining in this game. So Clay Center's possession. Hudson Smith back in for Beloit. 1:15 left Beloit 19-1 on the year. Frederick to Glavin in the corner. Out top, Shirley's got to look at a 3-ball. His first of the game rattles off. Rebound away to Mason. And they have smothered Trevin Shirley. Obviously, you know the scouting report. 59 threes he's hit this year. Crazy number for the senior. 1 minute left in the game. And now Beloit with a little bit more comfort. A 13-point lead and down to 57 seconds left. And the Tigers will pressure, but do not appear to want to foul to stop it. Now they will reach in. Brayton Williams will stop the clock at 49 seconds left in the game. 51-38 ball game. It will be Beloit back at the charity stripe. Jake Ferguson, Jared Fitzenmeyer, and Isaac Lee set to return for the Tigers. And Beloit having to substitute Bryce Mason. I think they may have had some blood on the uniform, they were saying, so he'll come out. And now a nice moment for the Tigers seniors. Dylan Swihart, Brayton Williams, Trevin Shirley all coming out with the crowd a chance to stand and applaud for their seniors. 49 seconds left. Palin knocks in the first free throw. He has 18 now. 7 of 8 from the line. And 6 of 7 in the second half. And he buries another one. 19 points now. It's 53-38. Tigers will have the basketball, 49 seconds left. Beloit knows they have been in a battle tonight, though. The Tigers came in here down 14 late second quarter, headed to 7 going into the third period. Beloit scored the first 5 points of that third quarter, but the Tigers kept themselves in this thing. Here's Fitzenmeyer for 3 at the point. He's got his first bucket of the game down. 53-41 with 30 seconds left. They call that a 2, evidently. Down to 27 seconds. Beloit working clock. They'll move on to Friday's semifinal round. Again, the Clay Center Lady Tigers playing on Thursday night at 6. They face St. Mary's, who knocked off Council Grove. And now Fitzenmeyer will foul with 14.8 left. It'll put Beloit at the line for 2 more free throw attempts. 53-40. Tigers down by 13. And Beloit's going to escape and advance, but then the Tigers came in here and made it very interesting, to say the least. Beloit will advance to play the winner of St. Mary's and Rock Creek, which is playing tonight. Again, Concordia was leading Riley County 42-38 with 3:35 to go. That's the only score I've had from around the area. That was just moments ago reported. Free throw missing here. Rebound, though, to Smith of Beloit. And then it's out of bounds off the Tigers. 11.9 to work. Beloit will inbound from their own baseline. Lobbed out deep. Beloit just holds onto the basketball down to 10 seconds. The Tigers will not foul. And that will wrap this one up. But boy, the Tigers gave it a battle. Terrific effort on a tip-off Tuesday for the Tigers. But it does close out the season with a 54-40 loss to number 1 seed Beloit. Stay with us. Postgame will be coming up in just a moment.
Sick of multiple medical bills and surprise charges? Clay County Medical Center has partnered with MD Save, which allows you to save 60% or more for many services including MRI, CT, lab work, and therapy services. This new program makes healthcare affordable by offering a single price for your procedure. Shop from over 100 common healthcare procedures in our radiology, lab, and therapy departments. It's as easy as shopping online. Visit us at mdsave.com/ccmc to get started.
Heads up, tool lovers! Hometown Lumber and Hardware has Milwaukee brand products in their February doorbuster sale. Like the Milwaukee Pack-Out Toolbox Organizer for $36.99 and a Milwaukee 2-piece screwdriver set for $8.99. Pick up the Milwaukee 2-pack 18-volt M18 red lithium batteries for $119.99. That'll keep your drill drivers powered up and ready. For great prices on the tools you need, check out the doorbuster sales at Hometown Lumber and Hardware in Marysville.
Back once again, we bring you to postgame here. The Clay Center Tigers postgame being brought to you by 5 Creek Automotive and Wohlers Bandbox Cleaners. I'm going to take a timeout and come wrap things up from Beloit after this.
Need dry cleaning service? Your leather coats cleaned or alterations? Wooler's Bandbox Cleaners in Clay Center offers pickup and delivery to the following locations every Thursday. Seifert's Jewelry in Clyde, T's Grocery in Clifton, Palmer Lumber, Jack's Food Mart in Lynn, Bobby's Beauty Shop in Washington, the Barnes Cafe, My Sister's Closet in Waterville, the Corner Store in Blue Rapids, Sharp Shortstop in Randolph, Mary's Beauty Shop in Riley, and the store in Leonardville. Drop off items that need cleaned or altered at these locations.
If you plan on driving to visit family and friends during the winter season, make sure your vehicles are in top condition to reach your destination. Five Creek Automotive offers winter service checks and can recommend and perform the repairs needed. They carry tires, wiper blades, and antifreeze that will ensure you're prepared for rain, snow, and icy weather. Regular inspections will help detect minor issues so it doesn't amount to a larger problem down the road. Call Five Creek Automotive for the parts and service you need this winter.
Well, the Tiger season does come to a close here on a Tuesday night. What a great effort here on the road against 19-1, now 20-1 Beloit Trojans team. They were led by Vincent Paley, who had 19 in a ball game. Tate Thompson also in double digits with 14. Tigers get 11 tonight from Blake Frederick. He had 2 threes and really attacked the lane late in this ball game and got it going. He had 11 to lead the way, 8 points each from Dylan Swihart. He had 8 all in the second half. Also 8 points from Isaac Lee, both those guys hitting 2 3-pointers in the game. Also 5 points from Jake Ferguson and from Cooper Glavin. Jared Fitzenmeyer knocked down what I thought was a 3. They called it a 2-pointer to round out the scoring for the Tigers. Again, 54-40 is your final. The Tigers take the loss on our postgame show. Again, brought to you by Five Creek Automotive and Wohlers Bandbox Cleaners. Congratulations on the season and the effort, and tonight, especially for the Tigers seniors. They have brought it all year long. Brayton Williams, 6-foot senior, war number 3 for the Tigers, the Swihart Swish, Dylan Swihart. Back to Brayton, I mentioned this a couple of times. He and his brother drive daily from Manhattan. They don't live in Clay Center, but he wanted to round out his high school career with the Tigers. So what a commitment to do that by the senior Brayton Williams. The Swihart Swish has mentioned 8 points tonight, a 6-foot senior, war number 2, and 59 threes from Trevin Sherhan Shirley, the 6'2 senior, who wore number 10 for the Tigers. Thank you for what you've done for Tiger basketball, those 3 seniors. 54-40 is your final. It's going to wrap it up here from Beloit. For our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella, this is Rocky Downing telling you to enjoy the rest of your Sports Tuesday.